Hello guys, Kieran here, and today I will go over either one or two races depending how much time it'll take. And the two races that I could possibly go over today is Dragonborn and the Dwarf. And I'll go over what they look like, descriptions of height, weight, what their modifiers are, and their racial features and everything. Alright, let's get started. A Dragonborn, an average height for a Dragonborn is 6 feet 2 inches to 6 foot 8 inches. An average weight for a Dragonborn is 220 pounds to 220 pounds to 320 pounds. An average horse cannot carry a Dragonborn with all of its stuff it has. So you would probably want to get somewhat of a medium ranged horse instead of a light load horse. Their ability scores, which helps you with other classes besides, because they work on modifiers, which this is part of your modifier. So Dragonborns gain a modifier ability score to strength and charisma, and those are both +2. And their size for a map is medium, which is only 1 square for the space on the map when you need visual. They can move 6 squares in a single movement, and they don't have any special vision, they have normal vision. And every race has at least 2 languages, and the Dragonborn has Common and Draconic language, which means they can read, write, and speak fluently. Their skill bonuses are +2 to History and +2 to Intimidate, which helps you with your History checks and intimidates. And then if you get trained in them, that helps you because you would have to start off with a 7 instead of 5. Other racial abilities is Dragonborn Fury. It's when you're bloodied, you get a +1 to your attack rolls when you're bloodied. Draconic Heritage is where your healing surge value is equaled to 1/4 of your maximum hit points plus your Constitution modifier, which would be helpful for every half level you gain. You also gain a Dragonborn Breath ability that you can use as an encounter power, which you can use for either acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison, and it's a minor action, so you can do that and then still have your combat phase. Has a close burst of 3. All creatures in the area. It would be strength +2 versus reflex, which would be helpful. Constitution +2 versus reflex, or dexterity +2 versus reflex. Out of all these, I would probably pick strength +2 because you already get a +4 plus your roll versus their reflex, which can become real useful. Yeah, I think that would be it for Dragonborn, besides the colors of their skin and the colors of their eyes. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Dragonborns resemble humanoid dragons. They're covered in scaly hide, but they don't have tails. They are tall and strongly built, often standing close to 6.5 feet in height and weight 300 pounds or more, which is in the description. Their hands and feet are strong, talon-like claws with 3 fingers and a thumb. On each hand, a Dragonborn's Head features a blunt snout, strong brow, hold on. The destructive frills at each cheek and ear. Behind brow, a crest of a horn-like scales of various lengths, resembling thick, ropey hair. Their eyes are shades of red or gold. Typical Dragonborn scales can be scarlet, gold, rust, orch, bronze, or brown. Rarely do an individual dragon. Wait a minute, hold on. Or it's saying like rarely does it resemble a metallic dragon or anything. They mature faster than humans. They will walk within matters of hours when they hatch. They reach a size of a development of a 10-year-old human child by the age of 3, which is really fast acceleration. They reach adulthood about the age of 15. And it'll start slowing down, apparently. And they live as long as about a human does. Dragonborns. One thing, if you play as a Dragonborn, you live to fight and gain honor, which is more important than life itself. And they don't have an empire anymore, so you gotta kind of remember those things. But I play as a Dragonborn, and I find it fantastically amazing. It would be kind of hard if I had to go against spiders, but luckily I am a long range. Alright, I guess I will go over to Dwarf now. Alright, the racial traits of a Dwarf are an average height of 4'3" to 4'9". Average weight is 160 to 220 pounds. So probably an average horse could carry them. They get ability scores to +2 of Constitution and +2 to Wisdom, which is very helpful. Their speed is slightly slower than a Dragonborn's, being at 5 squares. They have a special vision of low light, which means very little light and they can see perfectly. The 2 languages they can speak is Common and Dwarven, which would be real helpful in ancient Dwarven ruins. Their skill bonuses is Dungeoneering +2 and a +2 to Endurance. They have a +5 racial bonus to saving throws against poison, which means they can get rid of poison much quicker than probably any other race. The second wind is a minor action instead of a standard action. You gain proficiency with throwing hammers and war hammers. In encumbered speed, you move normal speed, even if it would be normally reduced by armor and heavy load. So you go by normal speed, even though you're overweight or if there's an armor penalty. Stand your ground when it forces you to move 1 square less than the effect specifies. This this target 1 square does not move you unless you want to. So technically, if it tries to move you 1 square, you can stay there, or you can be pushed back to 1 if you wanted to. I will also go over classes later, but I'll go through all the races first. They are tough, and yes, there are female dwarves. Unlike most movies or whatever, you never see a female dwarf, but there are female dwarves. Dwarves average about 4.5 feet in height and are very broad, weighing as much as an adult human. Dwarves have the same variety of skin, eye, and hair colors as humans, although dwarf skin is sometimes gray or sandstone. Red hair is more common among them. Male dwarves are often bald and braid their beard, whatever, their hair to show what clan and they braid or whatever. Although they reach physical maturity at roughly the same age as humans, dwarves age more slowly than ribbon riggers or level whatever. Well past whatever. They live well past 150 years of age, often living to see 200 years. Yeah, so I would have thought a Dragonborn would live longer than a human, but I guess I was wrong. But dwarves, I know they would. But I might as well go over classes that they would fit in. So I'll go over Dragonborn and Dwarf classes real quick. Dragonborn would favor classes that involve strength, which like a fighter, or if you need charisma as one, you could be a warlord, which I think runs on charisma and strength. But a paladin, they are perfect for a paladin, because I was looking through it this week, and paladin focuses on nothing but charisma and strength, so they fit real well into that. I mean, real well. Dwarves, constitution and wisdom. Constitution's real help to gain hit points, so that's why they're recommended to be a fighter, because fighters are a wall. Wisdom for a cleric to help heal, and I don't know why it says paladin on here, but I think some of the utilities on paladin involve wisdom, but I think they would fit more for warlord, for some other spells. They'd fit well as a wizard as well, very well as a wizard. I think that would be it for now. I might get another video up today. I am not sure. This week might be a slow week for me. So, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, become an adventurer today, and help those others like Avendra.